To solve the following system of equations, we're going to need to either use the elimination method or the substitution method. And in this case, the elimination method is a bit faster, so let's do it that way first. When doing elimination method, you want the coefficients of either your x variable or your y variable to have the same coefficient but opposite signs. In this case, our y variables already have opposite signs, so we just need to multiply by the least common multiple multiply by something that will get them both to become the least common multiple. In this case, 3 times 4 gives us 12, so let's make them both have a coefficient of 12. We have to multiply the top by 4 and the bottom by 3. 4 times 5 will give us 20x, 4 times negative 3 will give us negative 12y, and 4 times 7 will give us 28. Then we have 3 times 2 will give us 6, 3 times 4y will give us 12y, positive, and 3 times 8 will give us 24. Then when we combine our two equations, these will cancel since they are opposites, so the y's are eliminated, leaving us with 26x is equal to 52, 28 plus 24. Then 26 is being multiplied to x, so the opposite operation to isolate x would be division. These 26's will cancel, giving us x is equal to 52 divided by 26 is 2. Now, the mental math I did there is I multiplied 6 by 2 in my head, and I know that that's 12. I multiplied 2 by 2 in my head, and I know that's 4, so we'd have 40, and then we can combine these two numbers together to get 52, and know that 26 is half of 52. So at that point, we could eliminate down to answer choice A and D because they are the only two with x values of 2. And then you would just have to plug your equation back in, not your equation, your value of x back into either of these equations. And I would recommend doing that bottom one. 2x plus 4y equals 8. We'd have 2 times 2 plus 4y equals 8. This will give us 4 plus 4y equals 8. Then we would subtract 4 from both sides. These will cancel, giving us 4y is equal to 4. And then we'd have 4y equal to 4. We need to, last step is to divide both sides by 4, giving us y is equal to 4 divided by 4 is 1. And that would make answer choice A our correct answer. Now, I'll go back and show you how to do this using substitution. For substitution, what you want to do is look from left to right in each of your equations and imagine dividing every single term in the equation by one of your variable coefficients. In this case, if I wanted to solve for x, I would need to divide everything by 5 at some point in the equation. So if I did that, I would get a fraction here, and then I would just get a regular x. So we don't want to work with fractions or decimals. Let's look at our other equation. Here, if I were to solve for x, I would divide everything by 2. And since they're all even numbers, they can all be divisible by 2. So let's do that. I'm going to pull this out to the side. And we are going to solve for x. So we're going to isolate x by doing opposite operations and subtracting 4y from both sides. These will cancel, giving us 2x is equal to 8 minus 4y. And then we'll need to divide everything by 2. Again, opposite operations. X equals 8 divided by 2 is 4, minus 4 divided by 2 is 2y. And so now we have a value of x, that we can substitute in for this value of x in the other equation. I'll grab a different color, and I'll park that over here. 5x minus 3y equals 7. We plug in x, that'll give us 5 times 4 minus 2y minus 3y is equal to 7. Now we'll have to distribute. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 2 is negative 10. And now we can combine like terms. A negative 10y minus 3 will give us 13y. So 20 minus 13y equals 7. Let me go ahead and give us some more room here. We have 20 minus 13y equals 7. We'll have to do opposite operations and subtract 20 from both sides. The goal is to isolate our variable y. So we'll have 13y negative is equal to 7 minus 20 will give us negative 13. And then our last step is to divide both sides by negative 13. These will cancel, leaving us with y is equal to anything divided by itself is just 1, so that is y is equal to 1. And in this case, that actually allows us to pick our correct answer right away because the only answer with a y value of 1 is answer choice A, our correct answer. But for the sake of the video, I will show you how you can plug this y value back into an equation to solve for x. You could plug this one back into any of your two equations here to solve for x, but something you can do that is a bit quicker is you can actually plug it into this value of x that we found right here. We know x is equal to 4 minus 2y. So if I were to plug in 1 for y, then I would have x is equal to 4 minus 2 times 1 is 2. So x is equal to 4 minus 2, which is 2, and that would give me also the correct answer of answer choice A.